What is going on, everybody? Is Alex coming back at you with another video, and today we're gonna be doing round 2-3, this mock draft. Had to check it right there. You guys probably saw my eyes dart. If you guys are new, of course, like, comment, subscribe. Check out round 1 first, and huge ass news for you guys who are new. We got a 2023 first round mock way too early. I get it, but we had to have some fun in there, and it was actually based on the first round that I did now 2 days ago. So very excited for that. Hope you guys do enjoy it. It's going to be a fun year coming up on the channel. Just over 3,400 subs. Really appreciate y'all for that. Without further ado, let's kick into it. At number 33, we had a very intriguing trade that happened where the Giants actually moved up and were able to solidify a quarterback, leaving the Buccaneers back at number 33, which they, of course, traded back from 27. So we had two big trades in there that shook up the draft order. So number 33, we got the Buccaneers, and I think the best option is to look at a corner, and that's Kaiir Elam. You're going to be potentially losing your top corner. Getting Kaiir Elam would not be too shabby of a pick. I like it. You're getting excellent value at this spot anyways. Number 34 for the Lions, I'd be heavily considering linebacker here with Christian Harris. But again, I think that there's guys like Leo Chenal in the next round that are perfect. You need a strong safety so badly that I'm not going to allow you to not get one. Lewis Cines' play during the Natty was phenomenal. The guy was an absolute stud. True strong safety out of Georgia. Guy literally destroyed Kyle Pitts illegally, but still has that oomph, has that true hit power that Detroit has been lacking. So get that strong safety position filled out because you desperately need to. And it's going to be a lot more valuable than a linebacker that is going to be only partially worse than one that you can get in the third. Number 35, you got the Jets on the board. The Jets, let's look at who is here. And first off, let's check what we did in the first round because I think y'all will be happy. And if you guys check out that 2023 mock, you'll be happy too. It's really good. It's looking really good for the Jets franchise. I am personally, I don't like the Jets that much, not to be rude to you guys. I am excited for you. But yeah, you got KT and you got Tyler Linderbaum, two of the top 5 players in the class. Now, sitting here, I think an offensive tackle would not be a bad choice whatsoever. Continue to invest in that team. I think a linebacker would be a phenomenal pick as well. You got Brandon Smith here, who is going to be testing in the 4.3s. There's a reason he came out and did not return. And that is because I think people know he's going to be going at the top of the second. The guy's going to be running. He already tested at 4.38 speed right there. And he's 240 pounds at 6'3". Very excited to see that. If you want to have CJ Mosley there for another year to train this guy, that's a 10 out of 10 move. I'm looking at the teams in front, and I'm not exactly confident that they would take Brandon Smith or Christian Harris. Honestly, I'd be happy with either of them. Corner could be something I would go after, like Kyler Gordon, Martin Emerson here. It's a tough one because, again, you can't go wrong with many of these guys. And I talked kind of crap on next year's tackle class. Honestly, it's almost as good as this one, besides the top. I think that the depth is going to be a little bit better in the first, and the top is going to be a lot better in this one. But still, I'm a little bit stuck between Trevor Penning, who you can develop for a year and move to right tackle, versus somebody like Kyler Gordon or, of course, Brandon Smith. You can't have them all. But I think one of the biggest issues is linebacker. And again, you can get a good guy at the next pick, even if Brandon Smith goes, which I'm going to be honest, I don't think he does. It's so tough. We're going to do it. We're going to go Trevor Penning here. Again, the offensive, the right tackle situation, you're good for 1 year. That's exactly what you need for Trevor Penning to sit and develop and grow. Also taking him from the Bengals, who is a conference rival rather than a division rival. So with the Bengals sitting here, I would consider Nicholas Petit Frere. I would, heavily. I think that wouldn't be a bad choice at all. I would also consider Kyler Gordon. I think both are phenomenal. I will just say offensive tackle is going to be a little bit more scarce down the board. Offensive tackle is something that you could use. And Frere has these plays that are extremely high end. He has ones that are low end. But of course, the plays that were terrible were actually at left tackle more than anything. He played very well at right tackle. and he moved to left once they wanted to bump their Munford in. And I think DeJuan Jones or something like that, or DeQuan Jones, he's the guy playing right tackle right now. He's been doing that there, and he's going to be coming out next year, most likely. I think Ferrari might be a good enough pick at this spot. It's going to be him or else Kyler Gordon. It's really between those two, and both are phenomenal. I'm just thinking, if I were in their seat, also realistically, you want to protect Joe Burrow, right? But if I miss out on Kyler Gordon, which we will, I'm going to be getting at worst Marcus Jones, which, I mean, again, it's not great because he's going to be having to play boundary. But Coby Bryant, which I think he could be there. We have a later second round pick. So I think someone like Coby Bryant could be there. Marcus Jones could be there. Darian Kendrick, Martin Emerson. I think these guys will be there. I don't think the tackles will be. So I'm going to go with the guy who has left and right tackle versatility in case of injury, Nicholas Petit Ferrer, who actually have graded better than Trevor Penning. But again, there's a difference between Penning's ceiling being this high as well as Ferrari's, but Ferrari's floor is actually lower because Trevor Penning is just developmental. Ferrari has bad reps, like just bad technical reps. Again, his right tackle sets I actually quite like. So I think this is a really good fit for the team. You trade back, you get picks, and you get a star right tackle for the future. Even if it takes him a year to develop to move to right tackle, I don't think that's a problem. I don't. Number 37 with the Texans, I think that this could be an edge pick. You got some amazing talents on the board. Myjai Sanders, Arnold Ebiketie. I don't see Arnold Ebiketie, honestly, as a Texan. Myjai could be. Cam Thomas, another one. I, for some reason, see Sam Williams being someone that they really like. He's someone that I like a lot as well. He graded out as like right below, like above Drake Jackson and right below, I think, Arnold Ebiketie. So definitely love what I've seen from Sam Williams. I don't know. He feels kind of like a Texan, but I think Myjai Sanders is going to be the pick here. Cam Thomas, again, he's in the running there. You guys want to look, you could go David Bell. I'm like, not that big of a fan of it. You could go after someone similar to Trey McBride. Could go after a linebacker here like Brandon Smith, Christian Harris, because linebacker is not something that is immune from anything. You could go corner here like Kyler Gordon. I'm going to go the edge route. I'm going to go someone who I have a first round grade on, Myjai Sanders out of Cincinnati. Again, just continue to develop that edge presence. Now you have offensive line, you have edge. That's a good place to be. Number 38 with the Jets. I'm stuck between three dudes right now. Three of them. Trey McBride, who's heads above the number one tight end in this class. Like, big margin. You got Kyler Gordon. Pretty damn good pick too. And you have Brandon Smith here and Christian Harris. No disrespect to him. I just think Brandon Smith's a little bit more flashy. That is a tough decision to make because regardless of your decision, one, you guys will be mad, but two, you guys will also be happy because they're a great player regardless, but also you're missing out on great players. I think the value of Trey McBride might be what they go after. I think that's the right option because, again, linebacker in the third is really good in this draft. It is. You got Leo Chenal here. You got Channing Tindall. Where's the other guy at? Where's the other Georgia kid at? Where's he at? Quay Walker. There he is. JoJo Doman, he's a weird safety linebacker corner hybrid. So we won't even talk about him. Darian Beavers, even, if you want to use him as a blitzer. Same thing with the corner class. I don't think the tight end class is that good, but Trey McBride is great. We're going to go Trey. Honestly, all first round talents. So you guys are like all first round potential talents. Trey McBride, I think, has first round level talent. Trevor Penning, if he's able to get his head and ass wired together, could definitely be a first rounder. Number 39 for the Bears. I'm actually very excited to see how Trevor plays against high-end talent. The Senior Bowl is going to be huge for that. The Bears, you guys need to get a true number one wide receiver. David Bell just isn't it. He's not. I still think that's probably the best move here, though. He could definitely be the piece that you need to continue making this offense good enough. That would not be a bad option at all. I would heavily consider someone like Zion Johnson to play tackle or guard, Tyler Smith to play tackle or guard. But again, I feel a lot more comfortable with knowing at least I have a wide receiver on the roster. And David Bell, he is definitely a talented wide receiver. We're going to be going with him. For the Broncos, who probably will be going after a quarterback, because they did just bring on the offensive coordinator from the Packers. I hope to God that they don't end up going after Aaron Rodgers. I know you guys want it. It's just, I'd much rather go after a free agent like Derek Carr. Honestly, if Derek Carr decides to leave, then trade all my assets for Aaron Rodgers. Like, you're pretty much saying I am giving away my team in hopes that Aaron Rodgers will carry the rest of it to the glory land, versus I'm going to bring on a QB and keep the rest of my team that's freaking amazing, along with Derek Stingley. There's just so much potential. I love it. But yeah, for this pick, linebacker certainly could be something. Again, I'm looking at someone like Brandon Smith, Christian Harris to be a really big impact. I'm looking at that for my second round pick. This could be Carson Strong. I think it should be. We're going to Carson Strong here. Again, somebody who's highly developmental, but even if you do bring on Aaron Rodgers, he's not going to stay there for like 30 years. I just think that's a good fit. Like, it sucks to say it, but like he makes some special throws. It sucks giving up on other players. I think Carson Strong is an excellent value for this team. Same thing for the Steelers. Just, you're getting a good and like a really talented quarterback in the second. There's some big red flags here and there, but oh my God, his high end throws, you just don't see QBs making it. He has what I like to call unique talent. Why a lot of people have him as their QB1 is because he has unique talent. Now, that unique talent might be good or bad though, because he might get too cocky and then throw passes that he shouldn't. That's my big concern with a quarterback that has unique talent, is that they get cocky with it and then it ends up biting them in the ass. That being said, it's a second round pick. I'd be willing to take a shot on it. Number 40. So most of the tackles are off the board here, right? So it's pretty much down to edge, which you got Cam Thomas, you got Ebiketie, Sam Williams, Boye Mafe on the, like, I can legitimately see Boye Mafe going above the rest of these guys. I could, just because he's going to test out this world at 265. Like, incredible. I will be going corner though, and I've been doing this for a while. Kyler Gordon out of Washington, hyper athletic. He's right there in Washington, right near the Seattle Seahawks. They watch him a lot. The guy is amazing. And again, he has that athletic advantage over Trent McDuffie that I really, really like. Washington's sitting here, and I think that going after a slot corner is the best case scenario. Slot corner and free safety hybrid is going to be your best value getter at this point. Daxton Hill, Michigan. Even if you use him as a pure free safety, I think that's perfectly okay. Number 43 for the Falcons. We could definitely, I think Jordan Davis might be too good to pass on at this point. I think I did this last time too, didn't I? Like, I honestly, that might be what I did last time. I think it is. We're going to go Jordan Davis here. I don't think people realize how Jordan Davis is going to be valued. This is definitely a team that can use him next to Grady Jarrett, Marlon Davidson. But people don't realize that NFL values a guy who can play every snap. And Jordan Davis doesn't really play every snap. He's on the field for a lot of snaps, but he's not playing. He's just there, right? And the plays that he plays, like where he actually goes full speed, he's incredible. He just doesn't do it enough. It doesn't do it enough. So I'm definitely going to be knocking him for that. Number 44 with the Brownies. I mean, this has got to be a linebacker pick. And whether it's Chad Muma, Brandon Smith, Christian Harris, you choose it. I'm going to be going Brandon Smith here at Penn State. Yeah, I think that's the most potential. They have JOK there, so they don't well, all these guys are actually good enough size. Christian Harris is actually the smallest one. Both Chad Muma and Brandon Smith are above 240. But Brandon Smith on the squad, he and JOK could be a nasty, nasty elite pair right there. So going linebacker back-to-back drafts in the second, going linebacker in the second round back-to-back drafts, right move. Number 45 for the Baltimore Ravens. I think that offensive line should be this move. I do. And whether that's Darian Kinnard, Zion Johnson, or Tyler Smith, because all could play tackle as well, that's up to you. I'm going to go with the boring pick, the one that I've been doing quite a bit. I love how Darian Kinnard plays right tackle. He's not interior offensive lineman for the people who see IOL and they're like, oh my God. I think he's a right tackle only, and I have him as a second round right tackle. So I'm going to be going Darian Kinnard here. Yeah, I mean, I like Zion Johnson more, right? But I think Darian Kinnard is actually a right tackle, which none of these other people are true right tackles. And Darian Kinnard, he's good. He's really good. Bernhard Raimann and Max Mitchell will be going soon too. No disrespect to these guys. Number 46 for the Vikings. So when you look at it, they've already gotten corner, right? They probably went Sauce Gardner in the first, which I honestly think would be a brilliant move. Of course, I'm saying that because I'm the one who made it. But I think that going after an edge might be the best bet. And you got Drake Jackson, Josh Paschal, Cam Thomas here, Sam Williams, all phenomenal players, including Arnold Ebiketie. But I'm looking for the larger guys. I think Cam Thomas is going to get that hype, though. I do. I mean, Drake Jackson is as well. But Cam Thomas has been getting crazy hype. He's going to be going here for the Indianapolis Colts. It's wide receiver, corner, tackle for you. And I think Bernhard Raimann would be a good option. I think you need someone a little bit more ready now. And wide receiver is not looking 2.0 in this draft. So you're going to have to, like, John Metchie's great, right? Like, for his value, he's very solid. And I think this is where we're going to take him. But you have to watch out, because if you miss on John Metchie, who is worth the pick, you very well might be stuck with Kyle Phillips or Romeo Doubs as your next best player. You desperately need wide receiver. You desperately need corner. I think that's worth it. Number 48, you got the Chargers here, and this is a steal because I have him as a first-round player. Arnold Ebiketie. He's literally replacing. Yeah, I mean, I could have went corner there, but he's literally replacing Uchenna Nwosu with somebody who's better than Uchenna Nwosu in the second round. I love it. 49 for the Saints. I don't even know what I had to get for the Saints. Yeah, I'll be coming out with your guys' video very soon anyways, but Trent McDuffie might be too good to pass on at this point. Just a guy who's very talented overall. You could go quarterback. I don't think that's the right move personally. I don't. So we're going to go Trent McDuffie, best corner on the board. Just again, Martin Emerson challenges that, but Trent McDuffie does have an excellent bailout. He has a lot to love. Just work on those ball skills, which these corners definitely have good ball skills. And you're pretty much already solving 33% of the issue. Number 50 with the Dolphins. This is either going to be Christian Harris, who I love, Chad Muma, which I can't see him in the Dolphins uni, or else we're going to go Bernhard Raimann. So all options that are pretty solid. Again, you're going after another second round tackle, but I mean, honestly, Bernhard Raimann, it's another guy with anchor issues too, but definitely somebody who I'd be intrigued with. You have to take a shot on it though. Yeah, Bernhard Raimann, former tight end, going right here to the Dolphins. Yeah, he played tight end 2 years ago, now almost 3, but he has a lot to grow, but he's shown enough to get drafted around here. 51 for the Eagles. Linebacker still on the table. So Christian Harris, Chad Muma, both excellent options. Corner on the table, Martin Emerson would be locked down. It's tough to choose. Also, Brandon Brooks just retired, so Zion Johnson as well. Yeah. I think the guard depth is good enough in this draft, though. You can get somebody, if you even want to stick to your normal, to Land Dickerson to still center, you could go after someone like Alec Lindstrom, and I think you'll be perfectly fine. Or did he return? That bastard really return? He did, didn't he? I'm looking for the kid out of. Yeah, he did. I know it. So Jarrett Patterson. So that's a bit annoying as well. But I think there will be an interior offensive lineman worth it at the next pick. It's really down to, do you want to get Martin Emerson or do you want to go after a linebacker here? And both are a big issue. Both are. Again, this is a really deep class to where there's a lot of guys you could take. But again, you do need someone to impact now. And I think Chad Muma out of Wyoming, I love him so much. I put him in the first round of what I would do mock draft. The guy's special. I love him. Number 52, the Steelers are on the board. And Max Mitchell is here. Could see that happening 100%. You could also go after Martin Emerson. So you could do either. I think right tackle is going to be a little bit more of an issue for the Steelers that they can deal with here. again, Daniel Faalele is getting overhyped at this point. I was Daniel Faalele's biggest fan, right? I don't think he's that good. We're going to go Max Mitchell here out of Louisiana. Again, we already have other Louisiana offensive linemen, just one of them, but that's not DeMar Dotson, but you guys know who I'm talking about. His name's escaping me. Max Mitchell would be an excellent addition to this team as well. Somebody who I think I have as a very early third to late two. This team definitely could use them. Number 53 for the Raiders. Oof, this team should get wide receiver. I mean, Skyy Moore wouldn't be bad at all. I think that he and Wan'Dale Wan'Dale would be more of a fit than Skyy. Skyy is great, but Skyy also is very similar to he will have a very similar role to what Hunter Renfrow is. I like him as a route runner more than anything. People call him Deontay Johnson 2.0. Wan'Dale is a little bit different. You get the ball in his hands and he's good like Hunter, but he also has that deep speed. So you can go that way. And I think that might be a good way to roll with getting Wan'Dale. I mean, again, you can use him as a situational guy, and that would be perfect for your team. Offensive line, you could go Daniel Faalele here. Right tackle is still an issue, and he definitely fits with what the Raiders' mantra is, even though Raiders are kind of cleaning house right now. You know, you are kind of saying that you're giving up on your first-round offensive tackle, but it might be worth it because you have someone who's 400 pounds now. It's an interesting idea and something that I actually kind of want to try out. I do, but I'm not going to. I don't think they give up on their first round offensive tackle. They're going to be going Wan'Dale Robinson here out of Kentucky. Yeah, just a guy who has elite speed and after the catch ability. Maybe not to the level of some of these other super speed wide receivers, but definitely somebody who is good enough. Number 54 for the Patriots. Wide receiver would have been like Wan'Dale probably would have been my pick there. Skyy Moore certainly could be, but I think you got to go with the best value here. And there's no tackles really past Daniel Faalele. I've been saying, oh, Daniel Faalele is overhyped. I'm still going to take him here because of the fact that there's no one else in the class and the ceiling is so high. And the Patriots might be the team to maximize that. So Daniel Faalele out of Minnesota, he's 380 pounds. He's 6'9". The guy is crazy. So we're going to be rocking with that, even though there are definitely better picks on the board. Just the value, the opportunity cost of losing out on Daniel Faalele, pretty high. So number 55, it's either, so we went, what do we go with in the first for him? We went to Marvin Leal. So we already went defensive line. I think going Martin Emerson here would be an excellent decision. Excellent choice. So we're going to go Martin Emerson here, get a boundary corner who's a mean aggressive. You're getting your Pat Pete 2.0. For the Cowboys, I love to usually go safety in the first. Didn't get to do that this time. So we ended up going with Nakobe Dean. Now we could go after Skyy Moore. I think that wouldn't be a bad option. He literally is going to be what you had in Michael Gallup. You could also go after a tight end, which I don't think it's really worth it at this point. You could also go offensive line. And even though I did a certain thing for you guys in the 2023 draft, I don't think that stops you from getting a left guard replacement. And that's going to be Zion Johnson, who could also play left tackle, but I think left guard is certainly something to address. Number 57 with the Bills. Now, this is another team. I could see him going after offensive line here. Sean Ryan, Tyler Smith, both guys who could definitely fit that guard profile. But I've heard enough whining and complaining about how bad you guys are against the run. We're going to go Travis Jones, complete animal in the middle. I think his value in the second is 10 times better than Jordan Davis in the first. You know, the guy can just work his tail off. UConn interior defensive lineman, 328 pounds, 13% body fat. The guy is a physical specimen, and he's perfect for stuffing the run. He also kind of seems like a Bill. So being up there in that New England style territory in the Northeast, he fits. Number 58. So again, there's Skyy Moore here, Jalen Tolbert, both would be great fits. I still have guys here who have like early second round grades, guys. Like, I'm not hating on any of these dudes. I think they're all phenomenal, which I like to criticize people who are very like happy go daisy and stuff like about these guys. Sam Williams, He has inconsistencies. Boye Mafe is super raw. Drake Jackson is uninspiring, but he still has some very high-end plays, very inconsistent. Josh Paschal should be playing on the inside. Logan Hall also on the inside. Nick Bonito is hyper scheme specific. So if you guys want to hear my negatives on him, there you go. But I mean, we could look for a corner too right now. Tariq Woolen, like that's a perfect spot for him to continue to develop. But I know wide receiver is such a big need for this team. Same thing with running back. You could get Breece Hall here. And I think running back's going to start going off the board. I do. So it's Skyy Moore or Breece Hall. And I'm going to go Skyy Moore. But I'll go Jalen Tolbert here. 6'3", 190. He had a very inaccurate quarterback. The guy is very talented. He is. You guys haven't seen him. If you guys see just 86, you think I'm reaching. I'm not. The guy is a solid route runner. He's good at ball tracking, even when the quarterback can't track him. I like Jalen Tolbert. I think he'll go higher than what people think. Leaving number 59 for the Packers. And this could be a plethora of routes, tight end being one of them. You could go wide receiver again for all we know. We'll see what happens with Aaron Rodgers. I'm just not factoring him in yet to this because I really want to learn more before I do anything. I could go edge definitely here. You do have some guys like Josh Paschal you can use on the inside with Kenny Clark. I think honestly that might be the most fun idea that I've had for this team. Or Sam Williams who can play outside or inside. I'm going to go Josh Paschal here. Yeah, I think that's a good pick. So Josh Paschal is somebody who, when you watch his high-end reps, it's like, oh, it's jaw-dropping. Like the guy just absolutely annihilates everybody on the field. He becomes the most dominant dude on the field. The problem is it's a little bit inconsistent, and it's more consistent from the inside. And I think this is a perfect fit for him to create internal pressure, be able to just stuff those guards, which, to be honest, if you're thinking about it, the Lions, their best asset, their tackles. The Bears, their worst asset is probably their guards because James Daniels up for a contract, probably not going to stay. So that's going to be the guard situation there. Let's see, the Vikings, like they got Christian Darrisaw, so that's going to be their rock. So I think the guards are most susceptible. You got, of course, I think Wyatt Davis is going to be developing there on the inside. Bottom line, the internal offensive lines are the weakest in their division compared to like the tackles and stuff. And that's perfect for Josh Paschal to just eat up. I love the idea of this guy. And I never thought about it until now. So there you go. Think it on the spot. And the Buccaneers realize how terrible the running back situation is. They could be going Breece Hall here. I'm not going to do it. Again, I have a second round grade on Breece Hall. I do really like him. I think that the value elsewhere is going to be a little bit better. Devontae Wyatt might be the most fun guy, but I'm going to be going with somebody who's a little bit more unique. That's Perrion Winfrey out of Oklahoma. The guy's high-end reps, similar to Josh Paschal, are ridiculous. His football IQ needs to be checked. But if that's checked, this guy is easily, arguably, the number one interior defensive lineman in the class. He is fun to watch. Number 61 for the San Francisco 49ers. You guys did this to yourself in a very entertaining way. You guys pushed yourself so far down the board that you can still get Darian Kinnard or Tariq Woolen. I think that a 4'4", 6'4" corner is going to make an upgrade on your team regardless. And I think that's going to be the best thing. I hope Arden Key returns, but Tariq Woolen's going to be your guy. I love Tariq Woolen to this team. Just the potential that he has for the squad. Like, you're not going to get much worse than Josh Norman, but you can get a hell of a lot better, and you see what you guys are doing when, like, Josh Norman's on your squad, right? So Tariq Woolen at a UTSA, again, a 4'4" speed, a 6'4" corner with a lot to love. That's a good spot to test him out. Number 62 with the Bengals. So we sat here and I'm pretty sure we were discussing something. We're discussing corners. And Darian Kendrick's still here. Coby Bryant is still here. All these guys who could be locked down in the system, I think are still here. And I think they're worth it. Coby Bryant, because I think Sauce Gardner might be the best corner for this roster. Coby Bryant is like a slightly worse version of Sauce Gardner. I think it's an amazing spot for him to go. And this team could definitely use a cornerback too. So getting Coby Bryant is far from something, as I like to say, to scoff at. Number 63. This is going to be an edge pick. And that's Drake Jackson, Boye Mafe, or Sam Williams. I'm going to go with Drake Jackson because I think that's where he goes first before these guys. But regardless, you're going to get a great pick. I love Drake Jackson to the squad. Losing out on your edge position is certainly something that will hurt, but it's a good spot. Number 64 for the Chiefs. If I'm not mistaken, Skyy Moore is still on the table. I very well might scoop him up. I very well might scoop this guy up right now. I think I will be. The guy can play slot. He can play boundary as well, if I'm not mistaken. So let me see if he can play boundary. So it says slot. He, along with Tyreek Hill and Mecole Hardman, would create a nasty trio. People say it's Deontay Johnson 2.0. This is low if that's the case. I'm going to do an in-depth study of Skyy Moore very soon. So keep your ears out for that. But we're going to be going Skyy Moore to end off this second. Let me know what you guys think. It's crazy how I've done 20 to 25 of these, and it's different every single time. But let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you on the far side. Peace.